Imagine this. Two people start life with almost nothing. Same education, same city, same opportunities. But 10 years later, one becomes financially successful, confident, and respected. The other stays stuck, working harder every year, but never really moving forward. So what changed? Was it luck? Was it talent? Or was it something happening inside their mind? Almost 90 years ago, a man named Napoleon Hill tried to answer this exact question. The result became one of the most famous success books ever written, Think and Grow Rich. This book has influenced millions of entrepreneurs, creators, and leaders. But here's the surprising truth. Most people read this book and still never change their life. Why? Because they miss the real lessons hidden inside it. Today, we're going to break down the most powerful ideas from this book, and you might discover that the biggest barrier between you and success is something you never noticed before. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The secret behind every successful person. Let's start with something fascinating. The entire idea behind this book began with a single meeting. A young journalist named Napoleon Hill once interviewed one of the richest men in the world at that time, Andrew Carnegie. During their conversation, Carnegie said something unusual. He believed success wasn't luck. Instead, he believed successful people followed specific patterns of thinking, and if someone studied those patterns, they could teach others how success actually works. So Carnegie challenged Hill. Spend years studying successful people and discover the principles behind their success. Hill accepted the challenge. Over the next 20 years, he interviewed and studied some of the most successful people of that era. People like Henry Ford, Thomas Edison. He carefully observed how they thought, how they made decisions, and how they handled failure. From those observations, Hill built a philosophy that later became Think and Grow Rich. But the first principle he discovered might surprise you. Success doesn't begin with money. It begins with desire. Chapter 2. Desire, the fire that changes everything. Let me ask you something. Have you ever wanted something so badly that it stayed in your mind all day? Not just a casual wish, but a goal that felt almost like an obsession. That's what Hill meant by desire. Every major achievement in history started as an idea, and that idea began with a powerful desire. Think about inventions. Think about companies. Think about revolutionary ideas. They all started inside someone's mind. But here's where most people make a mistake. They have weak desires. They say things like, I want to be successful someday. I wish I had more money. But vague goals create vague results. Hill believed that powerful goals must be clear and specific. Instead of saying, I want more money, ask yourself, how much do I want to earn? When do I want to achieve it? What am I willing to do to get there? When a goal becomes clear, it stops being a dream, it becomes a mission. But desire alone isn't enough, because even powerful goals fail without something else. Belief. Chapter 3. Faith, the invisible force that drives action. Here's a strange truth about the human brain. Your brain behaves according to what it believes. If someone constantly thinks, I'm not good enough, I'll probably fail, this won't work, eventually, their behavior begins proving those beliefs. But when someone truly believes success is possible, something changes. They take more risks. They stay persistent longer. They keep moving forward after failure. Hill called this process autosuggestion. Autosuggestion means repeatedly feeding your mind with the beliefs you want to develop. Athletes use this technique. Entrepreneurs use it. Even modern psychology confirms that belief strongly influences behavior. Your thoughts shape your actions, and your actions shape your results. Chapter 4: The Mastermind Principle. Now let's talk about something most successful people understand, but most people ignore. The people around you shape your future. Hill called this the Mastermind Principle. The idea is simple. When two or more people work together toward a shared goal, their combined thinking becomes stronger than any single individual. Think about the biggest companies in the world. They weren't built by one person alone. They were built by teams, partnerships, collaboration. The right environment pushes you forward, but the wrong environment quietly pulls you backward. If everyone around you doubts your dreams, your confidence slowly fades. But if the people around you are ambitious and driven, their mindset begins influencing yours. Your environment either fuels your growth or limits it. Chapter 5: Persistence, the difference between winners and quitters. Now we reach the point where most people fail. Not because they lack intelligence, not because they lack opportunity, but because they quit too early. Every meaningful goal includes obstacles, failure, criticism, doubt. Most people face a few setbacks and immediately assume the goal is impossible. But Hill discovered something interesting. Many successful people came extremely close to quitting right before their breakthrough. The difference wasn't talent, it was persistence. Persistence means continuing even when progress feels slow, even when results aren't immediate, because success often appears after the moment most people give up. Chapter 6: Organized Planning. Dreams are powerful, but dreams without action change nothing. Hill emphasized something many motivational books ignore: planning. Successful people don't just imagine the future. They create strategies, they build systems, they take consistent action. Sometimes those plans fail, but failure doesn't mean the dream was wrong. Hill believed failure simply means the plan needs adjustment. The goal remains the same, only the strategy changes. Chapter 7: The Power of the Subconscious Mind. Here's something fascinating about your brain. The thoughts you repeat most often slowly enter your subconscious mind, and once they reach that level, they influence your behavior automatically. Think about habits. You don't consciously think about them anymore. Your brain runs them automatically. The same thing happens with beliefs about money, confidence, and success. If someone constantly feeds their mind with doubt, their subconscious begins accepting that belief. But if someone trains their mind with positive, growth-focused thinking, their behavior begins aligning with those beliefs. Your subconscious mind becomes a powerful ally, or a silent enemy. Conclusion: after nearly a century, the message of Think and Grow Rich still remains powerful, but many readers misunderstand it. This book isn't saying that thinking alone makes you rich. Instead, it explains something deeper. Your thinking shapes your beliefs. Your beliefs shape your actions, and your actions repeated consistently create your results. The formula is simple: thoughts to beliefs to actions to results. Change the first step, and everything else begins to change. But now there's one final question. Will these ideas remain just information, or will you actually apply them? Because knowledge only becomes power when action follows it. If you enjoyed this video, comment below and tell me which idea from this book impacted you the most. And if you want more powerful book summaries that transform the way you think, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Because your mind is your most powerful asset. You just need to learn how to use it. And I'll see you in the next video.